Now on CoastTV News.
Making bank from your place, how home businesses in Lewis are going to be regulated.
Rules over marijuana sales up for debate in Milford, why some are worried it could affect students.
The Indian River Inlet getting some much needed repairs.
And we had a few showers this morning, salvage the day with some sunshine, but we're going to be talking about your travel for Thanksgiving. To Grandma's house we go, but through a few showers as well, you know.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Home occupations in Lewis, what some people need to do if they want to run a business out of their home. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight in Lewis.
If you're thinking of starting a business from your home, it does come with some rules. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy's in the newsroom. And Brendan, this issue has gotten a lot of attention from the city.
Maddie, this has become a big discussion amongst people who want to work from home. And while nothing has been finalized yet, here are some rules they're considering so far. You can't make any changes to the character or exterior of the building. You would need a license from the city, and no more than 2 non-resident employees are allowed. The Home Occupation Subcommittee will meet again in January to discuss further steps. But for now, we will have more for you at 11.
All right, thank you, Brendan. The committee did make it clear when it met it wants to make businesses grow, but have that guidance in place. Now, really important here, this does not apply to remote workers. This is for people that have started a business inside their home, like dog grooming in the basement, something like that. The city puts different businesses in separate categories based on their operations and how they could impact Lewis.
Controversy in Milford, where School District Vice President Matt Bucher sent a letter to the Milford City Council as the city weighs legalizing pot sales. Bucher's letter said, quote, "The last thing we need is legal weed in the city of Milford when we are in the district are desperately trying to keep drugs out of schools," unquote. Some parents we spoke with say they don't think pot sales will impact students.
We can't really depend on the law to implement on how our kids are raised and what they believe in. And I think that the kids that are going to do what they're going to do, they're going to do it regardless of whether there's a law in place or not.
Milford is still determining how it would regulate marijuana sales in the city. And this brings us right to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what should schools do if they catch underage students with pot?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. You can see 52% say suspension, 12% say expulsion, 34% say contact parents. Nobody right now, well, 2% say contact police. Nobody says a written warning. They're going straight to suspension.
Now, we haven't run this yet today. This is the first time. If you want to vote, you can. The numbers may be shifting all evening long. You can do that at coasttv.com or our mobile app.
Well, at the Indian River Inlet right now, there is work to prevent further erosion. DNREC has begun what it calls emergency dredging, using 380,000 cubic yards of sand to help rebuild the shoreline, and the beach will eventually be 9 feet high. Now, we spoke with people who have seen projects like this before and kind of wonder if it's going to work.
Mother Nature has a way of doing what it wants to do when it wants to do it. Mother Nature comes in with a 40-footer, one after the other. Good luck with that.
DNREC says the entire project will be done March 31st, 2025.
And now we're taking a live look into Lewis. Gorgeous evening out there as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. And Paul, I understand you're going to be telling us a little bit about that travel weather.
Oh, it's the ingoing thing right now. It's the craze. It was craze, excuse me. But the bottom line here is that as we're headed out, we've got a couple of storm systems moving across the nation. Now, typically I stay very local, but today I make an exception because we're trying to travel, right? Or folks are either coming in or we're going out to see them. So in Laurel, we're going to start off local. We'll get wider here in a second. 44, clear skies by 9 o'clock. Headlines, busiest travel day for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, remaining dry for us. Gloomy, soggy situation for us here for Thanksgiving Day. Heavy at times with the rain, believe it or not. And pleasant shopping day for us on Friday. Now, we had that smidgen of rain that we talked about yesterday. You know, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, and we talked about it being a sprinkle, but Thursday is going to be when the real rain shows up. So let's take a look at the travel. By Wednesday, we're looking at just delays with St. Louis, coming out of portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and those areas, but looking pretty clear along the East Coast. Then the delays kick in for Wednesday evening for St. Louis and the Nashville airport. And then we're looking at some delays by the time we get to early Thursday morning in case you're coming into New York or Boston, possibly the D.C. area. That's when we'll see the delays kick off for us for Thursday or Thanksgiving morning. Coming up, Charlie, we're going to talk about your Thanksgiving forecast and your big-time shopping day forecast the day after.
I need both of those, Paul, so that's convenient. President-elect Trump says that he's going to put tariffs on imported goods from the nation's 3 largest trade partners on his first day in office if they don't cooperate. The president-elect says he plans to impose 25% tariffs on goods imported from Mexico, Canada, and increase the tax on Chinese goods by 10% on his first day in office. Economists say people will see across-the-board increases in prices on things like cars, dairy, paper products, building supplies, electronics, and many other everyday items.
Person or the entity that is importing that writes a check to the U.S. government to pay that import tax and then turns around and in many cases passes that tax along to consumers in the form of higher prices.
In response, Canadian officials stressed the nation's close relationship with the U.S. and the Chinese embassy in Washington said trade between the two nations is mutually beneficial.
And in health news, the Biden administration wants to require Medicare and Medicaid to cover weight loss drugs. A new rule proposed today would dramatically expand access to Ozempic and other weight loss medications. The drugs are expensive, though, $1,000 a month or more, and the administration's proposal would cut out-of-pocket costs for patients. Right now, Medicaid and Medicare only cover the drugs when they treat conditions like diabetes.
Still to come, Seaford is in the next city in Sussex County to talk pot, what's being considered tonight at Town Council.
And tracking some much-needed rain. Unfortunately, the timing's not working out so well. Soggy Thanksgiving Day ahead, and we'll have the latest timing on your shopping forecast here in a moment.
First, the holiday travel rush is on. How a possible staffing shortage could impact travel plans this week. Up next.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Dashing through cunes in hues that are so bright. For years we've helped our friends with treasures that delight. From rings that make her swoon to necklaces that shine. Earrings, bracelets, everything, each piece is so divine. Oh, jingle bells, come to Kunes today.
Jingle into Kunes this season for that little box that makes the biggest impression and save 20% on in-stock jewelry.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
A historically busy day for air travelers begins tonight.
Flight disruptions relatively minimal. However, the FAA says there could be an air traffic controller staffing shortage. It could cause potential ripple effects for flights all along the East Coast.
On a brighter note, here is a cost-saving tip from the travel experts as we head into the travel rush.
Because Travel Deal Tuesday, this year it's Tuesday, December 3rd. We expect to see good deals on airfare for Christmas, New Year's. There you'll get some incredible deals on airfare, hotels, even rental cars.
The TSA expects a record number of people to fly from today through Monday. It's predicting Sunday is going to actually be the busiest air travel day of the year. That's in terms of passenger count.
And here's a look at the Bay Bridge right now, heading eastbound towards the coast. AAA predicts 71 million people will drive 50 or more miles for Thanksgiving. On Thursday, the Maryland Transportation Authority says that Thanksgiving times, if you're going to travel, you should do it before 10 a.m., after 3 p.m. And on Black Friday, the best times are before 9 and after 6. While celebrating Turkey Day, be sure to tune in to Coast TV for Thursday night football. It's Miami Dolphins at Green Bay Packers, and join us for your hyper-local news after, Paul.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. We're looking at a breakdown, 38 degrees. Yeah, it's about to get really chilly, and this is nothing to compare to what's on the way. Let me throw you a hint. By next week, it's going to feel every bit of December.
Black Friday starts early at Johnny Janasic. Get an extra 20% off or 0% APR for 60 months. Going on now at Johnny Janasic.
Halo Ministries presents Visions of Hope, a Christmas celebration benefiting Halo's mission. This festive evening will be emceed by special guest Jimmy Hoppa and includes a 3-course dinner, live nativity, and music by Halo's Transformation Choir.
The performance features remarkable stories of transformation from despair to a life full of hope and purpose. Tickets are $50 and all proceeds benefit Halo's mission.
Get your tickets now at haloministry.org.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. We are professional grade GMC.
What I love most about living on Delmarva has to be the agriculture. Being here, I think I just have a greater appreciation for the land that I live on, seeing, driving through cornfields, seeing farmers. I just have a greater appreciation for it. Even seeing, like farm equipment driving on the highway, I just feel more connected to the food I'm eating and where I'm living.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Black Friday starts early at Johnny Janasic. Get an extra 20% off or 0% APR for 60 months. Going on now at Johnny Janasic.
We are looking for your help with the next Coast Country Cares event sponsored by Spicer Brothers Construction. Stop by the center at Salisbury near the food court on Saturday, December 7th from 11 to 1. We will be collecting new unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots. Please help make a child on Delmarva very happy this Christmas morning with your toy donations. Coast Country Cares from Spicer Brothers. For your last roof installed by the best, the only choice is Spicer Brothers.
Gorgeous weather ultimately today after we shook off a couple of sprinkles throughout the early morning hours. And we're watching out for some real rain on Thanksgiving. Yeah, real rain. Good old-fashioned rain like you used to when we grew up. I'm practicing my granddaddy, speech for Thanksgiving. All right, let's take a look at where we are right now. Back in my day, it rained all day and all night. Not today, right? 60 degrees for us in Rehoboth, 60 right now in Redden, 59 Georgetown, and 58 currently in Delmar. Now, the winds are pouring out of the northwest for right now. So it's a cold, cutting wind. And I need you to get your mind right for after Thanksgiving, because as we go into next week, it's going to be a very uncomfortable, cold jolt feel when you walk outside. But we're going to get there eventually with the forecast. First of all, staying breezy along the coast with our small craft advisories and throughout the Chesapeake Bay area with 25-mile-per-hour winds along the coast. Not necessarily inland, but just close to the water. In addition to that, we now have a cold front that's pushing through, and we have some additional cold air that's going to pour out of southern Canada and eventually arrive here. Now, as early as tonight, it's going to feel like freezing. We dropped to 33 degrees, for example, almost everywhere around the Georgetown central portions of the county, and 32 degrees legitimately and actually for us in Delmarva. That's freezing. So 6 o'clock, we start off at 33 degrees, just one above freezing, and the cold is going to get colder, believe it or not. We'll have increasing cloud cover going into 2 o'clock. Now, as far as the airports are concerned, we're not seeing any delays in our neck of the woods with our regional airports. So we're okay for right now. We won't stay that way for Thanksgiving. 5-day rain chances, we go up to an 85% chance of rain on Thursday. Then we drop dramatically Saturday and Sunday, but that's also when we get drier and so much colder. Wednesday morning in the 40s. By the afternoon, we're cloudy in the 50s for Wednesday. But Thursday, here comes the real rain I was talking about, starting at 6:30 in the morning. And it spreads throughout 9:30. Then we start seeing it break off by the afternoon hours. But it's going to be real rain. We'll actually get some accumulation here. So we're looking at about a half an inch around Ocean City, up to a third throughout most of the county. So we're going to get some rain we can actually measure. But the winds are going to start kicking in, and that's where the uncomfortableness really begins to filter through. We're looking at 36-mile-per-hour winds out of the northwest. They'll die down a little bit on Friday, which is why it goes from red to blue. But as far as our Turkey Day forecast is concerned, listen, on Thanksgiving, we are expecting rainy conditions, 58 degrees. Heavy at times, it's going to be damp and breezy. And for your big-time shopping day, the forecast is approved, but we're looking at cloudy and chilly and 39, and we're going to peak at about 51 degrees if we're lucky to get to 50 degrees at all. Last but not least, look at this cold air that's going to kick in for us for the next 6 to 10 days, and I mean cold with a capital C. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast. I'm just saying, look at Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 24, 24, 24, 24.
Thank you. Happening tonight, the city of Seaford is weighing a business license for people who want to sell marijuana in town. The licensing ordinance outlines regulations for businesses, including that licenses are non-transferable and subject to fees. According to city documents, violators could be fined or even face jail time. This is up for discussion starting at 7.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7:30, your game of the night, it's Bishop McNamara taking on Archbishop Ryan in basketball. Then at 10:30, for a full recap, you can tune in to the final score.
And in case you didn't know, a high school football championship is on the line. Indian River chasing glory at the 1ADIAA state championship Saturday. And Delmarva Sports Network, they're there with live analysis, talkbacks with fans, and reaction. This is all part of the Wawa Watch Party happening at 1 p.m. Saturday at the DIAA Class 1A State Football Championship between Indian River and Tatnall.
Coming up, a new report shows how airlines are cashing in on billions in extra fees, how it's costing you. Stay tuned on CoastTV News at 5.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with patio systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
Sponsored by Patio Systems, where integrity is the pillar of our craft.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think
and
so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Get ready for Jolly Roger Amusement Park's world-famous Black Friday sale. For one day only, Friday, November 29th, score 50% off all passes. Save big on passes to Splash Mountain Water Park, unlimited day and night rides at the pier and 30th Street, and 50% off all Speed World go-karts and mini golf passes. Give the gift of thrills and fun. This amazing sale runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Speed World building at Jolly Roger 30th Street.
Without Jolly Roger, it's just another day. It's just another day at the beach.
At Tillman Orthodontics, we love to laugh and smile, especially during the holidays.
when the best memories are made with family and friends. Whether you choose clear aligners like me or regular braces like me,
we'll keep you smiling through every family photo, even the goofy ones.
Because orthodontic care isn't just for today. It's a gift from us that truly lasts a lifetime.
This holiday season, transform and celebrate with a brighter smile from Tillman Orthodontics.
I'm proud of you, son. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot. This home wouldn't be possible without the foundational life lessons you taught me. Call Dry Zone. What? To protect your crawl space. This is Delmarva, son. Just like your life, your home's foundation needs a dry crawl space. Call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
In consumer news, lawmakers say airlines are raking in billions of dollars of so-called junk fees. Today, a U.S. Senate subcommittee published a report about all those extra charges you pay when you fly, like checking bags or choosing your seat. It found from 2018 to 2023, 5 U.S. airlines made more than $12 billion on seat selection fees alone. The report also found some airlines, like Frontier and Spirit, reward agents for catching travelers for not following carry-on rules.
New today, Disney is agreeing to pay $43 million to settle a gender pay lawsuit. The case involves nearly 9,000 women who claim that they received lower wages compared to their male counterparts. Disney didn't admit fault, but says it's committed to paying workers fairly. A judge still needs to approve the settlement, but it could reshape how Disney pays employees in the future.
This is the time all of us here at Coast TV and our sister stations collect donations for our Bless Our Children campaign.
That money goes to local nonprofits who hand select families in need so that every child gets a gift Christmas morning.
So far, look at this. We have raised over $95,000. Now, that's amazing. We could do a lot more, though. And here's some of the folks who made that happen.
We want to sincerely thank the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign.
And the amounts that are given will be in increments of $1,000. And here is the Shell Brothers Honor Roll.
Atlanta Community Foundation.
Pocomoke City Elks number 1624. James Maloney. Eastern Shore Corvette Club Incorporated, Tony Tank Tribe number 149. Carolyn Lehman Johnson. Midway Par 3. Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle. Jeff and Ann Vitas. In loving memory of John Angelis. Apgar Turf Farm Incorporated.
Kathy and Michael Newcomb.
Suicide Bridge Restaurant in memory of Billo Hickman. Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club. SBI Pharma Incorporated. Peninsula Imaging LLC. Johnny Janasic. In loving memory of Sean Noel. Classic Cakes. David and Luis, Willard's Lions Club. Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro. Rose Wheaton. Horsey Poultry Farm LLC. American Legion Post 64. Tops Cut Off. American Legion Cinnapuxent Post 166. Jefferson Urian Doan and Sterner PA. Pepsi Bottling Ventures. Crowley Associates Realty Incorporated. Murray's Residential Services. Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton. Burris Logistics. Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving. Alan Schwarman and Son Incorporated. Lewis Rehoboth Moose Lodge number 646. ASAP Services Pumping and Disposal. J. Stacy Hart and Associates. Dwayne and Brandy Geis Absolute PDR. ABC Refrigeration Incorporated in memory of Pop Ramco Solutions. Miranda Hart and O'Leary Contracting LLC. Closet Works of Delmarva LLC. Unfinished Business Thrift Shop. Idlewood Ruritan Club. Redmond Orphans Board. Painting in America Made Great Again Early Johnson Painting. HVAC Services Unlimited Incorporated. Contractors for a Cause Foundation. Mike Singleton's Pest Control. Shore Fund Tractor Poolers. Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware Incorporated. Green Acres Storage Shoal. in memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan. Sons and Daughters of Italy of Ocean City Lodge number 2474. Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper. Chris's Pool Service. Lydia's Grab and Go Bistro. IES Residential Incorporated, in memory of Joan Louise Rager. Creative Concepts. Collins Wharf Sod. KNT Utilities LLC. Eastern Shore Traffic LLC. Chesapeake Trenching Incorporated.
G.R. Campbell Construction, Cox's RV Repair, Zion Church of Salisbury Women of Faith, Wheels That Heal Car Club, American Legion Auxiliary Cinnapunxent Unit 166, Preston Growmark FS, American Veterans Thrift Store, Cheer Incorporated Employees, Daisy's Well Drilling, CJ's Beach Base, American Legion Nanacoke Squadron 6, B&R Auto Parts Incorporated.
Again, we appreciate all of you taking on the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of the WBOC and Coast TV's Bless Our Children campaign.
And there is ways to help, and if you would like to help, all you have to do is donate to our website at blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping WBOC, Coast TV, and DSN lend a hand.
And together, we can make the holidays this year a very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community this holiday season with a gift from a trusted family-owned jewelry store for over 40 years. Happy holidays from the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
Someone has a crush on me. What's the opposite of rose-colored glasses? I'm seeing the staff through turd goggles.
St. Dennis Medical, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Pretty sexy.
Oh, good.
I'm wildly underpaid for the amount of naked people I tackle.
Night Court, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign. A magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Get ready for game day with the latest gear from DSNgear.com. Whether you're a proud parent, a dedicated superfan, or just love local teams, there's gear for everyone. Apparel, totes, mugs, tumblers, and more. Perfect for cheering on your kid or just repping Delmarva sports in style. Visit DSNgear.com today to find the perfect pieces and make every game day even better. Everything you need to celebrate Delmarva sports. DSNgear.com.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community this holiday season with a gift from a trusted family-owned jewelry store for over 40 years. Happy holidays from the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
As the holiday season rolls around, we want to see your decorations. Send us all the bright lights and festive setups. Submit your pictures and photos right now at coasttv.com/holidayhouse. Paul?
You got it. All right, 57 degrees, courtesy of our tunnel and razor camera. And the winds out of the north at about 3 miles per hour. We'll drop down to 48 with clearing skies, becoming a bit on the chilly side. Our umbrella giveaway winner, Catherine Ferretti of Rehoboth. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandela's, Buxted, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Listen, a bit rainy on Thursday, the real rain, but then it gets really cold starting Saturday, Sunday, and all of next week.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.